I'll now perform a detailed tarot reading to answer this intriguing question about Aries' love potential and possible twin flame reunion. Let me shuffle the cards and begin this journey into your romantic destiny. Welcome to this special tarot reading focused on the passionate and fiery Aries. Today we'll explore whether a twin flame reunion is in your stars and what energies are surrounding your love life right now. I sense many of you have been feeling a strange pull lately, perhaps thinking about someone from your past, or experiencing synchronicities that make you wonder if someone special is about to enter your life. Let's see what the cards have to say about this powerful question. As I center my energy and connect with the Aries vibration, I'm drawn to use a special spread designed specifically for twin flame connections. This spread will help us understand where you are in your journey, what obstacles might be present, and whether a reunion is truly on the horizon. I'm shuffling the deck now, focusing on all Aries energies and those connected to them through the twin flame bond. For those unfamiliar with the concept, a twin flame is considered to be your soul's other half. Not just a soulmate, but literally the other part of your soul that was split before incarnating. Twin flame relationships are often characterized by intense magnetism, challenging growth opportunities, and a feeling of coming home when you're together. They're also known for their on-again, off-again nature, as the intensity can sometimes be too much for both parties. I'm laying out the cards now, and I can immediately feel a powerful energy coming through. Let's begin with your current position on the twin flame journey. The first card representing your current energy is the Eight of Wands. This is fascinating. The Eight of Wands represents swift movement, communication, and things progressing rapidly. For Aries, this suggests you're in a phase where things are about to accelerate in your love life. There's a sense of messages coming through. Perhaps you've been thinking about someone and they suddenly reach out. Or you might experience increased synchronicities, like seeing repeating numbers or their name appearing unexpectedly. This card indicates that the universe is trying to communicate something important to you about your love journey. The Eight of Wands also represents travel, so some of you might reunite with someone during a trip, or perhaps someone is traveling toward you right now. As a fire sign Aries, you're naturally aligned with the Wands suit, so this energy feels very comfortable for you. You're ready for things to move quickly. Patience has never been your strong suit. Moving to the second position, which represents your twin flame's current energy, I've drawn the Hermit. This is quite revealing. While you're in a place of movement and readiness, your twin flame appears to be in a period of introspection and soul-searching. The Hermit represents looking within, seeking deeper truths, and often involves a period of solitude. Your twin flame may be doing important inner work right now, perhaps healing from past relationships, reconsidering their life path, or coming to important realizations about what they truly want in love. This card suggests that your twin flame may be more withdrawn at the moment, but this isn't necessarily negative. The Hermit carries a lantern that illuminates the path forward. They're gaining clarity that will ultimately benefit your connection. For passionate Aries who wants action and movement, this energy might feel frustrating, but remember that this introspective period is necessary for your twin flame to be fully ready for reunion. The third card, representing the current state of your connection, is the Tower. Now this is significant. The Tower represents sudden change, revelation, and the breaking down of false structures. In twin flame journeys, the Tower often appears when old patterns, beliefs, or situations that have been keeping you apart are about to collapse. This can feel chaotic or even painful in the moment, but it's ultimately clearing the way for something more authentic. For Aries, who are ruled by Mars, the planet associated with the Tower card, this energy might feel familiar. You're no stranger to breaking things down to build them better. This card suggests that something unexpected may happen that changes the entire dynamic between you and your twin flame. Perhaps a truth will be revealed, or circumstances will shift dramatically in a way that makes reunion possible. The fourth card, highlighting the main obstacle to reunion, is the Five of Swords. This card speaks to conflict, disagreement, and sometimes a win-at-all-costs mentality. For fiery Aries, this could indicate that pride argumentativeness, or unresolved conflicts are standing in the way of your reunion. There may be a situation where someone needs to admit they were wrong or make amends, but ego is preventing this healing from occurring. The Five of Swords can also represent a battle that's not worth fighting. For some Aries, this might mean letting go of the need to be right all the time and focusing instead on what truly matters, the connection itself. This card often appears when there's a need to evaluate whether certain battles are worth the potential damage to the relationship. The fifth card, revealing what's supporting your reunion, is the Two of Cups. This is beautiful confirmation. The Two of Cups represents mutual attraction, harmony in relationship, and a soul connection. Despite the obstacles highlighted by the Five of Swords, there is a genuine bond between you and your twin flame that continues to pull you together. The Two of Cups suggests that the foundation of love and true connection is already established. It exists below the surface level conflicts. For Aries, this card reminds you that beneath your fiery exterior lies a deep capacity for love and emotional connection. This card offers reassurance that the fundamental elements needed for reunion are present. The bond between you and your twin flame remains strong regardless of external circumstances. Moving to the sixth position, which shows the potential outcome if current energies continue, I've drawn the Wheel of Fortune. This is a major arcana card representing destiny, cycles, and pivotal turning points. The appearance of the Wheel of Fortune suggests that a significant shift is imminent in your twin flame journey. The wheels of fate are turning, bringing you closer to a destined reunion. For Aries, who sometimes struggles with patience, the Wheel of Fortune brings an important message. Timing is crucial in twin flame connections. The universe operates on its own schedule, and this card indicates that divine timing is at play. The cycles that have kept you apart are completing, and new, more favorable cycles are beginning. This card often appears when karma is being resolved, clearing the way for reunion. The seventh card, offering guidance for Aries at this time, is the Temperance card. Temperance speaks of balance, moderation, and the blending of opposing forces. As an Aries, your natural instinct might be to charge ahead and make things happen through sheer force of will. However, Temperance suggests that a more measured approach will be more effective. This card encourages you to find balance between action and patience, between speaking your truth and listening deeply. Temperance also represents healing, suggesting that some emotional healing work may be beneficial before reunion occurs. For Aries, who sometimes avoids dealing with emotional wounds, this card serves as a gentle reminder that integrating your emotions rather than ignoring them will strengthen your capacity for deep connection. The eighth card, revealing hidden factors affecting your twin flame journey, is the Moon. This is fascinating. The Moon represents illusion, subconscious patterns, and things hidden beneath the surface. In your twin flame journey, there may be aspects that aren't fully visible or understood yet. Perhaps there are fears, past traumas, or subconscious beliefs that are influencing the connection without either of you being fully aware. For Aries, who prefers clarity and directness, the mysterious energy of the Moon can feel uncomfortable. However, this card invites you to develop your intuition and learn to navigate the unknown with trust rather than fear. There may be important information coming to you through dreams, intuitive flashes, or synchronistic events. Pay attention to these subtle communications from your subconscious and the universe. The ninth card, highlighting the spiritual lesson in this twin flame connection, is the Empress. The Empress represents divine feminine energy, abundance, creativity, and nurturing. This suggests that one of the core lessons in this twin flame journey involves embracing these qualities regardless of your gender. For Aries, who tends to embody more masculine, action-oriented energy, the Empress offers a beautiful counterbalance. This connection is teaching you about receptivity, patience, and the power of nurturing yourself and others. The Empress also represents fertility and creation. Perhaps this connection is meant to birth something new in your life, whether that's literally a child or metaphorically a new project, perspective, or way of being. The 10th and final card, providing an overall theme for this twin flame journey, is the Lovers. This is extraordinarily significant. The Lovers represents divine union, choice, and alignment with your highest values. The appearance of this major arcana card as the theme of your reading strongly suggests that this twin flame connection is central to your soul's journey in this lifetime. The Lovers card indicates that this connection goes beyond mere romantic attraction. It's about coming into alignment with your authentic self and making choices from a place of love rather than fear. For Aries, who sometimes makes decisions impulsively, the Lovers offers guidance about the importance of choices made with full awareness and heart alignment. Looking at the entire spread, I see a clear narrative emerging. The combination of the Eight of Wands, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune strongly suggests that movement and significant change are imminent in your twin flame journey. While your twin flame appears to be in a period of introspection, the Hermit, events are unfolding rapidly that may bring you back together. The presence of the Five of Swords indicates that pride and conflict need to be addressed, but the supportive energy of the Two of Cups reminds us that the fundamental connection remains strong. The guidance of Temperance encourages balance and patience, while the Moon reveals that there are still elements of this connection that remain mysterious or subconscious. The spiritual lessons embodied by the Empress involve embracing receptivity and nurturing energies, and the overall theme of the Lovers confirms that this connection is significant for your soul's evolution. Now, to directly answer the question, is a twin flame reunion on the horizon for Aries? Based on this reading, yes, there are strong indications that a reunion is approaching. The Eight of Wands, Tower, and Wheel of Fortune all point to rapid movement and significant change that favors reunion. However, there's work to be done first, addressing conflicts indicated by the Five of Swords and finding the balance suggested by Temperance. Let me pull 3 additional clarification cards to get more insight into the timing and nature of this potential reunion. For timing, I've drawn the Three of Wands. This card represents looking toward the future, expansion, and the first signs of success after initial effort. In terms of timing, the Three of Wands often suggests a period of 3 months or the beginning of spring. For many Aries, this could indicate a reunion occurring around your birthday season or in the next 3 months. The Three of Wands also suggests that you may see signs or receive initial communication before the full reunion occurs, like ships appearing on the horizon before they reach the shore. For the nature of the reunion, I've drawn the Six of Cups. This is beautiful confirmation. The Six of Cups represents nostalgia, past connections, and soulful reunion. This suggests that when reunion occurs, there will be a sweet familiarity, that feeling of coming home that's so characteristic of twin flame connections. The Six of Cups often appears when someone from our past returns, so for many Aries, this confirms that your twin flame is someone you've already met rather than someone entirely new. For advice on preparing for reunion, I've drawn Strength. This major arcana card represents courage, gentle power, and mastery of your instincts. For Aries, who sometimes struggles with impulse control and can be quick to anger, Strength offers important guidance about approaching reunion with patience and heart-centered courage rather than dominating energy. Strength encourages you to tame your more reactive instincts without suppressing your natural passion and enthusiasm. As you prepare for potential reunion, focus on developing emotional resilience and the kind of gentle strength that persuades rather than forces. This card suggests that your twin flame will be more drawn to your authentic vulnerability than to displays of power or control. Looking deeper into your reading, I noticed several interesting patterns. The presence of 3 major arcana cards in the main spread, the Hermit, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, plus 2 more in the clarification cards, Strength and the Lovers, indicates that this twin flame journey is connected to your larger soul purpose and spiritual evolution. This isn't just about romance, it's about growth, transformation, and aligning with your highest self. I also notice a balance between masculine and feminine energies in your cards. While Aries is traditionally associated with masculine Mars energy, cards like the Empress and the Moon bring in important feminine qualities of intuition, receptivity, and nurturing. This suggests that finding internal balance between these energies is crucial for your twin flame journey. For those Aries who are currently in a relationship and wondering if your partner is your twin flame, this reading suggests examining whether your connection has the hallmarks of twin flame energy: intense triggers for growth, uncanny synchronicities, a feeling of having known each other before, and cycles of separation and reunion. The Tower card suggests that if you're with someone who isn't your twin flame, circumstances may change dramatically to clear the way for the true connection. For single Aries wondering when your twin flame will appear, the Eight of Wands and Three of Wands suggest relatively swift movement, potentially within 3 months. Pay attention to unexpected communications, particularly from someone with whom you've had an intense connection in the past. Six of Cups. I'd like to explore each astrological house in relation to your twin flame journey, as this can provide additional insight. In your first house of self and identity, the journey with your twin flame is transforming how you see yourself. The Tower card suggests that some aspects of your self-concept may need to crumble to make way for a more authentic understanding of who you are. Twin flames often mirror our deepest insecurities and most beautiful qualities, helping us see ourselves more clearly. In your second house of values and resources, this connection may be challenging your ideas about what truly matters. The Empress in your spiritual lesson position suggests developing a greater appreciation for abundance, beauty, and nurturing energy, moving beyond the Aries tendency to value only action and conquest. In your third house of communication, the Eight of Wands indicates accelerated exchanges and important messages. Clear, honest communication will be crucial for successful reunion. As an Aries, you're typically direct, but the Five of Swords suggests that how you communicate, not just what you say, matters greatly. In your fourth house of home and foundations, the Six of Cups brings energy of nostalgia and emotional security. Your twin flame connection likely feels like coming home on a soul level. There may be past life connections or early life experiences that laid the groundwork for this relationship. In your fifth house of romance and creativity, the Lover's card amplifies the romantic potential of this connection. Beyond romance, this relationship may spark creative inspiration and joy. The fifth house is natural territory for passionate Aries energy, so express your enthusiasm and creative spark. In your sixth house of daily routines and service, Temperance suggests finding practical balance. How would reunion with your twin flame affect your daily life? Consider practical aspects of bringing this relationship into your everyday reality. In your seventh house of partnerships, the Two of Cups presents beautiful potential for balanced relationship. This house naturally opposes Aries energy, with Libra on the cusp for most Aries, so learning to truly consider another's needs and perspectives will be important. In your eighth house of transformation and shared resources, the Tower indicates profound change. Twin flame connections often involve deep psychological transformation and the breaking down of ego structures. This isn't always comfortable for independent Aries, but it leads to powerful growth. In your ninth house of higher learning and philosophy, your twin flame journey is expanding your spiritual understanding. The Hermit card representing your twin's energy suggests they may help you develop greater wisdom and inner knowing. In your 10th house of career and public standing, this connection may influence your life direction. Consider how reunion might affect your professional life and public identity. For achievement-oriented Aries, balancing career ambitions with relationship may require adjustment. In your 11th house of community and future visions, the Wheel of Fortune suggests destined connections and changing social circles. Your twin flame connection exists within a larger web of relationships and may affect your friend groups or community involvement. In your 12th house of spirituality and the unconscious, the Moon reveals subconscious patterns affecting your connection. Dreams, meditation, and spiritual practices may provide important insights about your twin flame journey. Pay attention to synchronicities and intuitive knowing. Let's also consider how the elements are distributed in your reading. There's a strong presence of fire, 8 of Wands, 3 of Wands, which aligns well with your Aries nature. However, there's also significant water energy, 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups, the Moon. Suggesting emotional depth and intuitive connection are important aspects of this journey. The balance between fire and water creates steam, powerful transformative energy that can propel your connection forward. I also want to address the runner-chaser dynamic common in twin flame relationships. Based on the hermit appearing in your twin flame's position, they may currently be in the runner role, pulling back to process their emotions and gain clarity. As an action-oriented Aries, you might naturally fall into the chaser role. The Temperance card advises against this, suggesting instead that finding your own balance and focusing on your personal growth will be more effective than pursuing. The Five of Swords, as your main obstacle, suggests that power struggles or conflicts have created separation. When twin flames reunite after conflict, the connection is often stronger as both parties have learned important lessons about ego and authentic communication. The Tower card indicates that these patterns of conflict are being dismantled now, clearing the way for healthier interaction. For Aries, who have experienced the intense pain of twin flame separation, the Strength card offers important guidance about processing these difficult emotions. Rather than suppressing your pain or acting out aggressively, both Aries tendencies, Strength encourages facing your feelings with courage and compassion. This internal strength will serve you well during reunion. The Wheel of Fortune suggests that divine timing is at play in your twin flame journey. While Aries typically wants to make things happen now, this card reminds you that certain cosmic cycles must complete before reunion can occur. Trust that the wheels are turning in your favor, even when progress isn't immediately visible. The Two of Cups, as your supporting energy, is particularly significant. This card represents the underlying soul connection that persists regardless of external circumstances or temporary separation. No matter what has transpired between you and your twin flame, this card confirms that the fundamental bond remains intact. For those wondering about recognition, will you know your twin flame when you meet or reunite with them? The Six of Cups suggests yes. There will likely be an immediate sense of familiarity, perhaps even memories of past connections, either from childhood or past lives. The intense chemistry characteristic of twin flame connections will be unmistakable. The Empress as your spiritual lesson suggests developing qualities that might not come naturally to action-oriented Aries: patience, nurturing, receptivity. This isn't about changing your essential nature, but rather about expanding your range to include these complementary energies. The most evolved Aries integrates fierce courage with tender compassion. Looking at the numerology of your cards, I noticed several twos, Two of Cups, and sixes, Six of Cups, numbers associated with partnership, harmony, and love. This numerological pattern reinforces the relationship focus of your reading and suggests that balance and reciprocity will be key themes. The Moon card in your Hidden Factors position suggests paying attention to your dreams and intuitive impressions, as they may contain important messages about your twin flame connection. Keep a dream journal and notice any patterns or recurring symbols. The Moon also governs cycles, suggesting that your connection moves through natural phases like the waxing and waning of the moon itself. The combination of the Lovers and the Empress suggests that this connection has the potential to be both passionate and nurturing, a rare and beautiful balance. For Aries, who sometimes separates love and lust, this twin flame may help you experience how these energies can blend seamlessly. The Three of Wands in your timing position suggests not only when reunion might occur, but also the importance of having a vision for your future together. This card represents looking toward horizons and possibilities rather than being fixed on one outcome. Consider what you truly want from this connection beyond the excitement of reunion itself. The Tower combined with the Wheel of Fortune suggests that circumstances might change dramatically and unexpectedly to facilitate reunion. This could manifest as a sudden job change, relocation, end of another relationship, or revelation that shifts your perspective completely. While Aries generally handles sudden change well, the intensity of these shifts might still be surprising. For Aries currently in separation from someone you believe is your twin flame, this reading offers several practical suggestions. Focus on self-development and balance, temperance, rather than pursuing reconnection through force of will. Address any pride or competitive dynamics that contributed to conflict. Five of Swords. Develop your intuition and pay attention to dreams or synchronicities, the moon. Cultivate patience while remaining open to sudden change, the Tower and Wheel of Fortune. Connect with nurturing abundant energy in your own life, the Empress. Prepare for communication that may come suddenly, Eight of Wands. Develop gentle strength rather than forceful approaches, Strength. The appearance of the Hermit representing your twin flame's current energy suggests they are doing important inner work. This introspective phase is necessary preparation for reunion. While Aries energy might want to interrupt this process and push for immediate connection, allowing this spiritual work to complete will result in a stronger foundation for your relationship. The combination of the Tower and the Moon suggests that subconscious patterns or illusions are being dismantled. This might manifest as revelations about yourself, your twin flame, or the nature of your connection. These revelations may initially be disorienting, but ultimately lead to greater clarity and authenticity. I noticed that while there are challenges indicated in your reading, Five of Swords, the Tower, the overall energy is quite positive and supportive of reunion. The presence of the Two of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Lovers all strongly suggest that love and connection are the dominant themes rather than conflict or permanent separation. For those Aries in the awakening phase of the twin flame journey, where you're just beginning to understand the nature of this connection, the Moon card suggests continuing to develop your spiritual awareness and intuition. Meditation, dream work, and energy healing modalities may help you navigate this awakening process with greater clarity. The Eight of Wands combined with the Three of Wands suggests not only movement, but expansion. Your connection with your twin flame has the potential to broaden your horizons and open new possibilities that you might not have considered before. This could manifest in various life areas, including spiritual growth, creative expression, or even geographical location. The Six of Cups in your clarification position has another important meaning beyond nostalgia and reunion: healing the inner child. Twin flame connections often trigger childhood wounds for healing. Pay attention to whether interactions with your twin flame activate old patterns from your early life, as addressing these patterns is crucial for growth. For Aries who tend toward skepticism about spiritual concepts like twin flames, this reading acknowledges that the practical manifestation of this connection matters more than the label. Whether you call this person a twin flame, soulmate, or simply a significant partner, the energetics revealed by the cards remain the same: a powerful connection with potential for both challenge and profound growth. The Lovers card as your overall theme speaks to choice as much as destined connection. While twin flame theory often emphasizes the inevitability of these relationships, the Lovers reminds us that we always retain free will. Both you and your twin flame must choose this connection for reunion to manifest its full potential. Fire signs like Aries often experience the most intense twin flame connections with other fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, or air signs that fan their flames, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. However, the elements present in your reading suggest compatibility with someone who brings water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, to balance your fire. The Temperance card literally depicts the balancing of fire and water elements. The Eight of Wands suggests that when communication reopens with your twin flame, it may happen suddenly and progress quickly. Be prepared for rapid developments once the introspective period indicated by the Hermit concludes. For Aries who appreciates direct action, this accelerated timeline will likely feel satisfying once it begins. The Strength card in your preparation position carries another important message: the strength of vulnerability. While Aries often equates strength with assertiveness or even aggression, true strength in twin flame connections comes from having the courage to be vulnerable and authentic. This might mean admitting mistakes, expressing fears, or showing parts of yourself you typically keep hidden. The Wheel of Fortune reminds us that twin flame journeys often proceed in cycles rather than linear progression. There may be periods of closeness followed by necessary separation for integration and growth. Understanding these natural cycles can help Aries, who prefers straightforward paths, navigate the spiraling nature of twin flame connection with greater patience. Looking at the elemental and astrological associations in your cards, I noticed the presence of several fixed energy cards: the moon, strength, balancing the cardinal energy of your Aries sun. This suggests that developing steadfastness and perseverance will complement your natural initiating energy and help sustain the connection through challenges. For those wondering about the physical aspects of twin flame reunion, the combination of the Lovers and the Empress suggests a deeply sensual connection characterized by both passion and tenderness. Twin flame physical connections often feel transcendent, blending spiritual and physical intimacy in a way that feels sacred and transformative. The Tower's appearance suggests that external circumstances that have kept you apart may suddenly change. This could manifest as the end of another relationship, a change in geographical location, a sudden revelation or truth that changes perspective, the collapse of barriers built by ego or fear, financial or career changes that remove practical obstacles. While these Tower moments can initially feel disruptive, they ultimately serve to clear the path for authentic connection. The moon in your hidden factors position suggests paying attention to cycles, particularly how your connection might be influenced by lunar phases. Some twin flames find that their connection intensifies during full moons, or that significant developments occur in alignment with lunar cycles. Consider tracking both moon phases and developments in your connection to identify patterns. The Hermit representing your twin flame suggests they may be someone who values wisdom, spiritual growth, and authentic living. They might be more introverted than typical Aries partners, offering a complementary energy that helps you develop your own depth and introspection. The Hermit also suggests they may have valuable spiritual insights or guidance to share when reunion occurs. I'd like to address the concept of divine counterparts that's central to twin flame theory. The Lover's card beautifully illustrates this concept, showing two figures who represent complementary aspects of the same divine energy. While you and your twin flame may seem very different on the surface, there's a fundamental sameness at the soul level. You are different expressions of the same soul essence. For Aries who are currently focused on career or personal development and wondering about the timing of twin flame reunion, the cards suggest that the reunion will occur when it serves your highest good. The Wheel of Fortune indicates divine timing, while the Empress, as your spiritual lesson, suggests that this connection will help you develop a more balanced approach to achievement and nurturing. The Five of Swords, as your main obstacle, warrants further exploration. This card often represents conflict where someone feels defeated or humiliated. In twin flame dynamics, this can manifest as communication breakdowns where words become weapons, competitive dynamics where one tries to win at the expense of connection, pride preventing necessary apologies or vulnerability, holding on to grievances from past interactions, intellectual battles that create emotional distance. Working with this energy requires developing conflict resolution skills that honor both parties' perspectives and feelings. For those experiencing the intense longing characteristic of twin flame separation, the Strength card offers guidance about handling these powerful emotions. Rather than trying to escape the feelings through distraction or denial, common Aries coping mechanisms, Strength encourages feeling them fully while maintaining inner equilibrium. This card depicts a woman gently closing a lion's mouth, symbolizing mastery of powerful forces through gentleness rather than dominance. The Eight of Wands suggests that when communication resumes, it may involve technology, perhaps unexpected messages through social media, email, or text. This card in modern readings often relates to digital communication, so keep an eye on these channels in the coming weeks. The Temperance card in your guidance position has alchemical significance in twin flame journeys. This card depicts an angel with 1 foot on land, representing the material world, and 1 foot in water, representing the emotional, spiritual realm. This imagery speaks to the twin flame journey's fundamental purpose, integrating heaven and earth, spirit and matter, through the vehicle of love. For Aries who struggle with jealousy or possessiveness, the Moon card suggests examining the fears underlying these emotions. Twin flame connections require emotional maturity and understanding that you cannot possess another's soul. The Moon illuminates our deepest fears and insecurities, so they can be healed rather than projected onto the relationship. The Six of Cups suggests that your twin flame connection may involve a sense of familiarity that transcends your current lifetime. Many twin flames recognize each other from past incarnations, experiencing an immediate "I know you" feeling upon meeting. This card's appearance suggests that your soul remembers this connection even if your conscious mind doesn't have all the details. The combination of the Empress and the Lovers points to the fertile, creative potential of your twin flame connection. Beyond romantic fulfillment, this relationship may generate creative projects, business ventures, or spiritual offerings that benefit others. Twin flame unions often produce external manifestations that contribute positively to the collective. I noticed that your reading contains several cards associated with Venus energy: the Empress, Two of Cups, Six of Cups. For Mars-ruled Aries, this suggests that developing your Venus qualities, receptivity, harmony, appreciation of beauty, will help balance your natural assertiveness and create space for reunion. For those wondering about specific timing, while tarot is more symbolic than literal regarding dates, we can look at traditional timing associations. Eight of Wands, swift movement often within 8 days or 8 weeks. Three of Wands, spring or within 3 months. The Tower, sudden, unexpected timing that defies prediction. Wheel of Fortune, often associated with Jupiter, suggesting expansion and opportunity when Jupiter makes favorable aspects to your natal chart. The combination suggests movement within the next 3 months, with unexpected developments that accelerate the timeline. The Two of Cups as your supporting energy suggests that maintaining heart connection regardless of physical proximity will help facilitate reunion. This might involve sending loving energy to your twin flame during meditation, writing letters, even unsent, expressing your authentic feelings, healing your own heart to create space for healthy connection, visualizing positive interaction and mutual understanding. While the practical Aries mind might dismiss these practices as too ethereal, they can be surprisingly effective in twin flame dynamics where energy and intention play significant roles. The Hermit representing your twin flame suggests they may be engaged in important shadow work or spiritual development. This introspective period is necessary preparation for sustainable reunion. Rather than seeing their withdrawal as rejection, understand it as an essential part of the journey toward more authentic connection. For Aries who value independence and may fear losing themselves in an intense connection, the balanced energy of Temperance offers reassurance. True twin flame union enhances rather than diminishes individuality, creating space for both parties to be their authentic selves while experiencing profound connection. The Moon in your Hidden Factors position suggests there may be karmic patterns or soul contracts affecting your twin flame journey. These underlying agreements exist beyond conscious awareness but influence the timing and nature of your connection. Regression therapy, past life readings, or deep meditation might provide insights into these patterns if you're drawn to explore them. I'd like to address the concept of false twin flames. Connections that mimic true twin flame energy, but ultimately serve as preparation rather than destination. The clarity provided by the Six of Cups and the Lovers suggests that the connection we're discussing is likely authentic rather than preparatory. However, if you've experienced painful connections that you thought were twin flame relationships, know that these served important purposes in your growth journey. The Tower combined with the Eight of Wands suggests that when change comes, it will come quickly. For Aries who appreciates decisiveness and swift movement, this energy will likely feel aligned with your preferences once the initial shock subsides. Be prepared for rapid developments once the Tower moment occurs. The Strength card in your preparation position carries wisdom about the paradoxical nature of twin flame love. While intensely passionate, these connections also require tremendous gentleness and compassion. Learning to balance these seemingly contradictory energies, fierce love and tender care, prepares you for successful reunion. For those experiencing the telepathic communication common in twin flame connections, the Eight of Wands supports and validates these experiences. This card is associated with messages that transcend ordinary communication channels. Pay attention to sudden thoughts of your twin flame, songs that remind you of them, or dreams where you interact. These may be forms of energetic communication. The Two of Cups, as your supporting energy has another important meaning beyond mutual love: healing through relationship. Twin flame connections often bring up wounds for healing through the alchemical power of love. The cups in this card represent the emotional body, suggesting that emotional healing is a central theme in your connection. For Aries wondering about physical attraction in twin flame connections, the combination of the Lovers and the Empress suggests extraordinarily powerful chemistry that transcends ordinary attraction. Twin flame connections often involve a recognition at the cellular level. Your body literally recognizes their energy field as familiar and complementary to your own. The Wheel of Fortune. In your outcome position speaks to fate and destiny, but also to opportunity. When the wheel turns in your favor, being ready to act decisively, a natural Aries strength, will help you maximize the potential of the moment. Preparation meets opportunity in this card, suggesting that doing your inner work now will help you recognize and seize the moment when it arrives. I'd like to explore the shadow aspects of twin flame connections, as these are often underemphasized in spiritual discussions. The Tower and Five of Swords in your reading acknowledge that these connections aren't always easy or comfortable. Twin flames often trigger our deepest wounds and most challenging patterns precisely because this triggering leads to healing and growth. The intensity can feel overwhelming, especially for Aries who prefers to remain in control of your emotional experience. The Moon card suggests that some of these triggers operate below conscious awareness, perhaps stemming from early life experiences or even past incarnations. Working with a skilled therapist or spiritual counselor can help illuminate these patterns and accelerate your healing process, preparing you for healthier reunion. For those wondering about the difference between soulmates and twin flames, this reading contains clues. The presence of major spiritual cards like the Lovers and the Tower suggests the profound, life-altering nature characteristic of twin flame connections. Soulmate relationships, while significant, rarely contain the intense triggering and spiritual awakening components seen in your cards. The Hermit representing your twin flame suggests they may be older than you, more spiritually developed, or simply wiser in certain ways. Alternatively, they might be going through a significant life transition that requires temporary withdrawal to process. The Lantern in the Hermit card suggests they are gaining important insights during this introspective period that will ultimately benefit your connection. The Eight of Wands carries another important message about alignment. This card shows 8 wands flying in perfect parallel formation, suggesting that timing and alignment are crucial for successful reunion. When circumstances, personal growth, and spiritual readiness align, reunion can occur with remarkable speed and ease. For Aries who may be involved with other partners while awaiting twin flame reunion, the Strength card encourages integrity and compassionate honesty in all relationships.